Is that one of the reasons why you chose to invest in real estate syndication?
Yes, and also, it's always nice to have multiple sources of income. Passive income is important. You really don't have to be involved. You just make your money work for you. So, I always believe that, investing in other places other than your main source of income is always a good idea. I mean, you first have to have the money, then you make the investments, and you have to be wise with your investments. And I thought income would be a great way to go, and go with the syndicator would be a wise choice.
Hello everybody. This is Sanjay Hegde from REI Secret Spilled Fast Track to Riches. And today on our podcast, we have Dr. Deepa Bhatt. Dr. Deepa Bhatt is a dentist, and she's also a very avid investor who has been investing in multifamily and real estate. She even treats her business where she has a property that she owns and rents herself. So she's a very smart investor that way. Welcome to the episode, Dr. Bhatt. We appreciate you taking your time to get on our episode.
Thank you.
Dr. Bhatt, it's very one thing that's very common between you and I is that we both are immigrants, and as immigrants, we both come with our it's never easy for us, right? When we come into the country, it's new, everything is new to us, and we all have our own challenges that we come up with. Would it be okay for you to just get a glimpse into your journey as to what it was as immigrant, the challenges that you faced getting from when you first came into the country to where you are today?
Well, I moved to the US after I got married in 2001. My husband at that time was on H1 visa, which means it's like a work visa, H1B. So I was a dependent. So the only way that it would not allow me to work in the US being a dependent. So the only way for me was to being a dentist from another country was going back to school, which which would be my way to self dependence. So I ended up going to NYU. It was a process. I had to move out of home, live there for 3 years, get educated, get a DDS, and graduate. So after I graduated in 2006, it was another challenge to find a job. And then that came with having to move, relocate, work for a big corporate world, a lot of pressure to produce. So in the end, I decided I'm going to start my own practice. Again, nothing's easy, but you have to get it done to become independent and keep on moving. So that's what I did, and ended up buying my own practice. So since 2011, I'm a practice owner, and I have my own dental practice. And that kind of gave me some dependence, some dependence here in this
Yeah, no,
country.
I can completely understand, right? It's always a challenge. Even though even if you might not be an immigrant, being in the medical field itself comes with its own challenges. I think education is not cheap. That's number one. Pretty sure becoming a doctor is not that easy. So you have to put in some late nights into it, and also coming out of it, we always think that okay, hey, it's easy for them. They can get a job anywhere, but yes, you can, but also it comes with its own challenges. The pressure to produce and things like that. Some of them might be depending on where you are, or what they're asking you to. Sometimes it could be there is a borderline ethical situation that you feel it might not be right for you, or things like that. So it does bring in a little bit of stress as well when it comes down to that. So I can completely understand the challenges that you must have gone through, and especially now after COVID, having your own business, it also comes with its own challenges when it comes down to having employees and such. So yeah, I
Yes.
completely get the challenges that comes with it. So maybe is that one of the reasons why you chose to invest in real estate syndication?
Yes, and also, it's always nice to have multiple sources of income. passive income is important. You really don't have to be involved. You just make your money work for you. So, I always believe that, investing in other places other than your main source of income is always a good idea. I mean, you first have to have the money, then you make the investments, and you have to be wise with your investments. And I thought passive, income would be a great way to go, and go with the syndicator would be a wise choice.
So that's good that going with a syndicator is a good choice. So as an investor, what is that you look for in a syndicator, right? Like obviously, there are so many people out there, always trying to go after your money, right? So
Right.
should I say, like, because that's what syndicators are, right? They're always looking for investors. They're always looking for people to invest in their, opportunities. So what is it that you look for in a syndicator?
Well, the main thing is you have to trust the person that you're doing business with, especially someone who's handling your money. So the trust and confidence in their ability would be the first, step to look at. Yes, there are multiple people talking about doubling, tripling, or multiplying your money. But if you don't trust your investor, you always have the doubt if this is going to go the right way. And so I think having trust and confidence in your syndicator comes first, and want to make sure that they're doing their due diligence, and they have the knowledge of the property, and have a path where they can definitely get you returns, is what I
Yeah.
would look at for syndicator.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think trust definitely is the factor, right? When you're investing, in a company, because the last thing you want is your hard-earned money not to be there, right? So you
Right.
make sure that you're working with somebody who's reliable, trustworthy, and is knowledgeable and has done this before. So yeah, absolutely, you're correct about that part of it. So which comes down to is, so why do you choose passive investment and not active investment? Obviously, I know that you obviously have an active investment in your practice itself, which the condo you are renting yourself, but that's one part of it. But
Right.
in a multifamily kind of space, or even rental apartments, is there or even single family homes that you could buy and rent? Is there a reason why you choose to go for a passive investment over active?
The main reason I would say passive investment looks more promising is it does not take much of your time. If you are actively investing, say you buy a real estate, rent it out, you have to deal with the tenants. It's just like running another house. So things break down, they can't wait. You have to go or find someone to go and take care of it. So I think it's the biggest hassle that comes with active investment would be the time that it takes from you, and how much you have to let go of what you are doing, and then pay attention to them. Versus passive investment would be like you just put your money, and it does the job for you. You have the syndicator, you have their team, they take care of everything for you. I mean, you don't have to worry about sleepless nights and wondering how you're going to fix this problem. It's going to be the passive, the passive investment comes with the syndicator, so that takes care of all the problems that you may have, and then you can still see the same, pretty much similar returns with an active investment
Yeah.
versus a passive investment.
No, I completely agree on that one. It's really not only that, I think the benefits, there are so many. You can scale up, right? It's so easy to scale up in something like this. Like you invest in a 56 unit property, then you invest in a 200 unit property, and so on and so forth. So actually, it keeps growing. So you're easy for you to actually invest in a passive income and scale up much faster as well,
Yeah.
and without the hassles of dealing with the tenant issues, or any kind of how would I say, worrying about the roof having issues or leaks and things like that.
Or the toilet breaking down, or
Yeah, the
something.
toilet breaking down, absolutely.
Small
Yeah,
things, but still it
yeah.
adds up. So
The doctor with the plunger doesn't look that good, huh? So no, I agree with you on that completely. So when you do investments with your syndicator, do you have a preference as to, like, where the property is? If yes, do let me know. But if it is not, like, what are your determining factors for the investment? Like, what do you look for when you're making that decision to make an investment?
Well, for the most part, I would say let the syndicator make the decision. I know the time that you put in, and you go there, look at the property, meet with the um, I don't know if you see that meet the tenants, but you look at the area, you do your due diligence. So I would probably say I'll depend on 75% depends on the syndicator where they want to choose the property. Obviously, if the area doesn't look very great, I may not I may say okay, this is not for me. But for the most part, I would let the again syndicator do the due diligence and present the deal to me, and I'll make a decision. I'll probably focus on the returns more than anything else than the location itself, because things keep changing, the market keeps changing. People moved from California to Texas now, so many bigger companies have moved. So if you say this property in Texas has a good future, I would just say okay, as long as you've done your due diligence and like the numbers make sense to me, I would just go with that.
Yeah, no, that's a very valid point that you just talked about. Because as syndicators, our job is not only coming to ask for, hey, I want your money, invest in this, but we're also educators. We educate our investors about, hey, this is why we chose this particular place. And the reasons like, okay, hey, there is a lot of improvement that's coming along in that area. There's a lot of migration happening in that area. This is where the property is as of today. This is where the market rents are. These are the improvements that we could be doing, which can help in forced appreciation as well as appreciation over a period of time with the new rents coming up. And best part is going to be we also tell you what kind of cost segregations you will get and the tax benefits that you're going to get out of it. So there is a lot of education that we do with our investors before actually we even come to tell you guys. And obviously, you said one thing which is very true, is that you let the syndicator tell you and guide you as to why it is true. Obviously, you'll do your own due diligence, but at the same time, you don't really have the time to sit down and look at what's happening where. So as a syndicator, when we come to you, we can give you facts and figures as to why you should be investing in that particular property. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, it's you have to go with your gut feeling, no matter, and you still have to do your own due diligence. And I always encourage my investors to ask questions. The more questions you ask, but like on my website on Blue Ring Investors, we already have a webinar that we had done where we had asked our investors or anybody who wants to invest, what are the questions that they should be asking the syndicator. So those are the things that you're absolutely correct. We as syndicators have a moral obligation to educate our investors, because smart investors, educated investors make smart decisions as well. So with that, my question to you would be is, there are a lot of people who always say, I want to make an investment, I want to make an investment, but they're always on the fence, like trying to figure out, is this something I should do or I should not do? Is multifamily syndications or any of these investments are a good investment. What would you tell to those people who are on the fence?
Well, I think it's always a good rule of thumb to have your eggs in different basket. I'm not saying you should put all your money in certain kind of field. I mean, unless you know that this is going to work out for you. But just like stocks and bonds, there's always been a cyclical way that in every decade you see it drop and then it picks up. So it's good that you put your eggs in different baskets. And real estate is always there. It's not going to go anywhere. It goes up and down. We have seen how it has been since 2008, going down, then it has made up through the pandemic. So I think it's a good idea to have eggs in different basket. And then just like how you would like to, have passive income through your retirement, like stocks and bonds, I think real estate is another way to look at the investment. So I wouldn't be worried as long as you have, again, the trust in your syndicator and the deal looks good, you take a chance and then make your investment, and then just let the ball get rolling, let the ball get rolling from there. So, and yeah,
I
I mean,
completely.
you take a chance and, just go with your gut feeling, like you said earlier, and see if this property makes sense to you. And you start with first deal, you maybe invest in a couple of deals. One may not work out, three may work out. And then like you said, we have tax benefits and, you can always, if you have property, like in my case, I have a property. and I get a K1 from you and you make improvements and, I can take it against my property. And I mean, it does help a lot with tax benefits and stuff like that. So in the stock market, you just have to wait till you retire. I mean, if you put it in your 401k and stuff like that. But, with stock market, you don't, have those benefits. So, I mean, everything offers different benefits. So just use this as a benefit to, roll your money around.
Now, very, very all valid points that you talked about. So those who are on the fence, please listen to Dr. Bhatt, what she's saying. She's speaking from experience. She's done enough investments where she can guide you guys in the right direction. So you have any questions for me, or is there anything that I can help answer while you are on the call? And if not, I think, yeah, go ahead, please. You're saying something.
No, I think we, this was a good discussion about, what, to look for and how, it comes with a little bit of a courage. You're using your hard-earned money, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking sometimes if how this may go. But then again, we do the same thing with your 401k, your IRAs, any investment that you do, even buying a house. You're looking at, okay, this area is good, the schools are good. You just like you make a decision with your, purchases, and you just look at it that way. But I think end of the day is just being confident that it is going to work one way or the other.
Yeah, no, thank you so very much, Dr. Bhatt. I appreciate you taking your time to get on the podcast and, instilling some sort of, talking about your experience about from, coming from a different country and establishing yourself over here, and then, making wise investments, because that is why your net worth keeps going up. Because if you don't make the right investments, then you stay the same. And obviously, whether it is whether you're a doctor or an engineer, anything, there's one thing that doesn't stop is getting old. Like we all get old, and we all want to retire. We all want to retire sooner, and we all want to go enjoy the trips and travels and more family time and all of those things. And making the right investments definitely will help get you there much faster. So that's why the fast track to riches. So once again, thank you so very much, and I'll definitely share the video with you as well as soon as we get online on this one. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. It was nice talking to you.